Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Logan with the International Review, and today, by special request by L.S. Santiago, I am reviewing M. Night Shyamalan's new film, Split. And I was pretty excited to see this film, but also a little bit worried, because M. Night Shyamalan doesn't have the best record. I mean, M. Night Shyamalan developed a really great reputation for making really good thrillers, but that started to taper off and his films really dipped down towards about the middle of his career. But I gotta say, he did a great job with this film and I had a great time with Split, and I do think that it is a little bit flawed here and there, but ultimately it's a very good film and I think that you'll have a great time with it. Now, Split follows our protagonist, Casey Cook, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, and her two classmates who are abducted by Kevin Wendell, played by James McAvoy. And it soon becomes clear that something's not quite right with Kevin, and we soon discover that he has dissociative identity disorder, which means that he's going to have multiple different personalities living within his one body. And most of these personalities are not harmful and innocent, but some are, and some have a little bit more malevolent desire. And the fact that these different personalities are always shifting and changing makes life for our protagonist very difficult and makes survival a bit of a challenge. Now that you've got a bit of a rundown of the film, let's get to some of the high points. M. Night Shyamalan. Man, that guy did a great job with this film. I mean, like I said, I was worried about how he would handle this film, but he did a great job. And it was all in the direction, the way the tone was established, the pacing, the way the camera was directed. All that played out really well in this film. And one of my favorite aspects was how the camera would start out static and you'd think, oh, this is just establishing a scene. And then it'd start to move and then you'd realize it's a POV or it'd shift into something else. I liked how the camera would just keep you guessing, and that was a really great way to establish this creepy vibe that just gets more intense as the film goes on. And man, M. Night Shyamalan really outdid himself with the direction in this film. And kind of moving with the direction, the acting was really on point. I mean, for some of the characters, the actors on and off, I hated how the two girls that get abducted with our protagonist, they really don't have much to work with, and I hated that their characters were kind of just knockoffs. I mean, I hated that, but our two main characters, which, I mean, our protagonist, Casey and Kevin, the acting for those two characters was amazing. Anya Taylor-Joy did a great job in portraying Casey, and really, I don't have any faults with her performance. She was just very good in how she was portraying that. But the person that really stole the spotlight for this film was James McAvoy. Man, that guy did a great job in this film. I will say that sometimes his performance was better at some points than in others, but you also have to remember that he's portraying all these different personalities, and it's only normal that some of those would hit and miss. One thing that I really liked is, at certain points, he really just hits it. He gets it right, and you can see, like, behind the eyes, just, like, different thoughts processing or different ideas going back and forth, and to see that in an actor was great. I really loved what he brought to this film. Also, if I had to say that this film had one great strength, the best strength of the entire film, it was that the film's themes are so well realized and so meaningful. I mean, one thing that I wasn't expecting is the fact that the film's main central theme is how abuse affects us as individuals, and in particular, the abuse of children. I mean, that's such a deep meaning to go into, and I didn't expect the film to bring up such a controversial topic, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. In regards to my faults with the film, I do have a few. Number one, the characterization isn't always on there. I mean, in particular with the two other girls are kidnapped. Also, I didn't really like how Kevin's disorder was treated. I mean, at times it's treated kind of like a superpower, and I was like, no, I don't really agree with that. I mean, I know that that was kind of like the fictional aspect to this film, but I was kind of like, you know, you're treating kind of a disorder as a superpower, and I don't really agree with that. Also, in regards to a production fault with this film, there's some bad voiceover at times. I mean, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, there's some bad voiceover, some bad audio. You know, this is a major production. You shouldn't be making those mistakes, but ultimately, what kept me engaged with the film was the themes, the story, and the great acting that was brought forward. And M. Night Shyamalan's direction. I mean, those things kept me engaged, and it made me really enjoy this film, and I think that you'll enjoy it for that reason. Guys, I had a lot of fun with this film. It's cool to see M. Night Shyamalan making a rebound from some of his other films, and I think that you'll have a lot of fun with this film, and even though it has some faults, it's overall a very good film, and for that, I'm going to give it a 7.5. Guys, thank you for staying tuned. I really appreciate it and everything that you've been doing for me. And I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate you guys, and I just wanted to give you a shout out. Thank you for doing that. And yeah, definitely stay tuned. And if you like this review, definitely click subscribe and you can join the conversation. Thank you guys again, and have a great weekend.